Morning again, guys. Okay, it's a couple minutes after 8:30 here on Thursday morning, and important to know because there's a lot of information that matters to our money coming out today. Uh, let's start with CPI. CPI numbers just came out here a couple of minutes ago. Inflation increased another 0.4% in September. That was more than expected. So good old Joe's Inflation Reduction Act doesn't seem to be working. Go figure. Okay, you can't borrow your way out of debt. So the markets, if you will, turned on a dime on that. At 8:29, Dow futures were up 300 points. At 8:37, they are down 400 points. So we will see an open on the market today under 29,000 as we continue the free fall. Yep. Okay. So that's the first piece of bad news. Inflation's still running hotter than the government will tell us. Okay. And again, before anybody says it, these are the official numbers. All right. And even it's worse than the official numbers the economists predicting. All right. So that's the first part. Then let's look at jobless claims. Remember, this is the one that Jerome Powell and everything says, oh, we've got to have more people unemployed to bring inflation down. Okay? So, yeah, things will get cheaper, but you'll still have no money to buy them. That's effective. And if you think about this, okay, all that does is put more people in poverty. The rich will be able to buy whatever for less money, and the poor people who don't have a job won't be able to buy anything. Again, feudalistic, guys. They're blatantly telling you this is what they're looking for is feudalism. It'll be cheap for the rich to buy, and the poor won't be able to get anything because they have no money. That's the Fed's plan in a nutshell, guys, if you figure this out. So, initial jobless claims came out here at 8:30 as well. Okay, last month we had 219,000. Economists were predicting we'd have 225,000. So they were predicting unemployment to go up. We came in at 228,000. So more people lost their jobs than expected. Now, I want you to think about this. We are coming into the holiday season. This is when companies notoriously hire seasonal help. Okay, the post office, FedEx, Amazon, the retailers, whatever, they need more help. How many people here have ever taken a job working at Kmart or Sears, or I know they're not in business anymore, but taken a job over the holidays, a part-time job, just to make a little extra money, whatever. Okay, good luck with that. Companies are laying off going into the holidays. That should tell you everything you need to know about the state of the economy. Okay. This is what the Fed wants. But what we have is unemployment going up, which they want, but inflation is still going up, which, again, defeats the whole purpose of Biden's boondoggle of spending more money on this Inflation Reduction Act. So then the next one comes out, and we've talked about this over and over and over again. And this is on foreclosure filings. All right, I want to give you this. There were 92,634 U.S. properties with foreclosure filings from July to September. Okay, that's up 3% from last quarter. But this is where it really gets you. That's double the amount of foreclosures from the same period last year. We are now into a period of foreclosures being nearly the same point they were during the pandemic, okay, when nobody was going to work, okay, because you were forbidden from going to work. So foreclosures are going up like crazy, and this is what I was telling you before. Buy a house in January, you were fine. Buy a house now, hell no. Now you get a chance to wait a little bit because you're going to see properties go on the market. You're going to see a fire sale and real estate prices come down. I'm hoping nobody bought anything over the summer because you paid the top of the market. Not only me, but a lot of people were trying to tell you the same thing, okay? If you're in the market for property, for a house, if you're trying to move, do whatever it is, keep an eye on it. You're going to see prices drop, and you're going to be able to buy stuff out of foreclosure. I will give you this, buying out of foreclosure is a long process. Okay, Mrs. P and I bought that condo I've told you about in Vegas a few years back. We bought that one out of foreclosure. Yeah, did we get a really good price? Yeah. Did it take, 8 months, I think, to get that whole thing done? Yes. And most of the time, buying out of foreclosure is a cash deal. So just telling you, you can probably get financed somehow, but there's a lot of work to it. But those opportunities are available, so you can start looking for foreclosure properties if you are considering moving out of a blue state. Why do I say out of blue state? Want to take a guess where the highest amount of foreclosures are going on? Illinois, Chicago, basically, Delaware, Joe's state of Delaware, and New Jersey. What do all those states have in common? They're a pretty shade of blue. Okay. Now, I'll give you this as numbers. Nationwide, 1 in 1,517 homes had a foreclosure filing in the third quarter. Okay. In Illinois, that number was 1 in every 694 properties. So you're talking 2.5 times the national average, okay? In Delaware, it was 1 in 825, so that's double almost. And in Jersey, it was 855, so almost 1 in 855, so that's almost double too. Just to give you an idea, this is what's going on. The policies that we have are destroying the American way of life. Now, the other one that's coming out, and I'm still waiting to see it. As soon as I see it, I'll post it on the community board so you guys can look. We're also supposed to find out about how much the Social Security cost of living allowance raise is today. Now, the one thing we already do know is that Medicare Part B premiums are going to drop by 3%. That's a good thing, okay? The expectation is that Social Security is going to get a cost of living raise of about 9%, okay? It's to keep up with inflation. Now, this is the thing I want everybody to know, because I guarantee you this is going to be spun. And 3.5 weeks before an election? Count on it, okay? The numbers for Joe's Inflation Reduction Act show they don't work, just like everybody said. Joe is going to come out, the Democrats all over are going to come out, and they're going to go, look at us, we saved the retirees. We're increasing the Social Security cost of living by a record amount, something that you haven't seen in 40 years. Let me give you the truth on this one. There is absolutely zero that the Democrats did to this. The cost of living adjustment for Social Security is automatic. It's written into the law. It doesn't matter if Mickey Mouse was president. The numbers would be the same of, if it was Donald Trump, if it was Joe Biden, if it was Mickey Mouse. The inflation numbers are dictate what the cost of living raise is for Social Security. So, no, when the Democrats come out, and guaranteed you're going to see this all over the place today, we're helping the retirees, we're doing this, look what we did. No, they did nothing. I'm just telling you the truth, okay? You know the deal. They'll lie to you until the cows come home. While I completely agree with the huge raise in Social Security, because after all, Social Security, regardless of how they try to peg it, is not an entitlement program. It's you getting your own money back, all right? You paid into it throughout your entire working life. So did everybody else. You deserve to get that money back. The fact they mismanaged it and its Social Security trust fund is going broke, that's because back in the 70s, they moved all the money into the general fund, and the Democrats, yes, decided to piss it all away. Okay. And so now it's a Ponzi scheme where we need the next generation to work to put in the money into Social Security so you can get it out today. Used to be it was put away and you were getting your own money back with interest, whatever it would be. Doesn't work anymore. They already wasted that money decades ago. Here's the problem. We all know Social Security is about to go broke, okay? Latest numbers that I know of, at least, are by 2035, benefits are going to get reduced to 80% of what they are now, okay? Just giving, so people like me, 2035, when will I be eligible for Social Security? I think I'm eligible, how old am I? 56, so I'm eligible at 62, so that's 6 years from now. So I'm eligible in 2028. You're going to see a reduction in 2028. Here's the problem. Everybody has 6.2% of their income with the ones that get paid legally, okay, has 6.2% of their income withheld from their paycheck. Y'all know that. You see where it says it on your pay stub, okay? We're going to increase Social Security today, probably about 9%, okay? And as I'm doing this, I keep looking to see if they've announced it yet. Well, wait a minute. Do we have it? Yes. Okay, we have the figure. 8.7% is the official number. 8.7% is going to be the Social Security increase. So you're going to see somewhere around $150 on average for the increase in Social Security. Now, I want to give you this. If everybody gets $150 more in their Social Security a month, the Social Security withholding does not go up. It's still 6.2%. The guy who's going to work right now, turning a wrench, building a house, answering telephones, whatever the job would be, is still paying 6.2% of the same salary they're making because they're not getting an 8.7% increase today. Do you see where the problem lies here? The income is still the same for Social Security. Like I said earlier, this is basically a Ponzi scheme. We're taking money from the people making it now and giving it to the retirees. The income is not going up, but the outflow is increasing. All that's going to do is take that 2035 number and move it closer to the forefront. Hence what I was saying about when I'm eligible. It's a good thing to let senior citizens keep up with inflation, get their own money back, or not their own because that was wasted, but get the money back. The problem is that there's no more inflow. Then you want to exacerbate the problem. As I said earlier, the jobless claims go up. So that means there's less people paying into the Social Security, yet the money's going up. Okay? So now we got inflows going down and outflows going up. Want to guess what that causes? Inflation. This is not a never-ending story, guys. As much as they are saying they want to curb inflation and all that, do not listen to that lie. It is a lie. Jerome Powell coming out and saying he wants to, the only way we're going to control inflation is by raising interest rates and getting more people unemployed. Yes, on paper it works. Yes, on paper communism works too. Okay, doesn't work in the real world. The less people are employed, the less money that goes into Social Security. Okay? But if the prices can't come down because the outflows are going up, we have less people working, inflation stays the same, and everybody's screwed. Because yes, if you're going to get an 8.7% increase in your Social Security today, and inflation keeps going up, and let's say inflation's 12%, say come March, okay, hypothetically, you're still 3.3% behind the curve. Just saying, these people don't have a clue, all right? And throwing good money after bad, the Inflation Reduction Act, is not helping. Yeah, I'm all for taking care of our retirees, okay? I'm not there yet, so don't say, oh, you're doing this because you're getting the... No, I'm not eligible for Social Security. Not for a while yet. But did I pay into it? Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm glad that the retirees are going to get a benefit. That is good. The problem is, it's on the other end, is the pissing away money that's happened for 50 years, okay, burning up the trust fund, like I said before, but driving people into unemployment, driving people out of their houses, like I said, with all these foreclosures, the inflation. Guys, this is a death spiral. And all we're trying to do is put bubble gum on a dam trying to stop the flood. That's how it's really working right now. Those are the numbers that are coming out this morning. Well, it may be good in the short term, it's a freaking disaster in the long term. Pinball out.